Welcome to the Sober Trainwreck podcast. I made the Instagram page.
School. Oh,
I'm AP.
You made the page?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. AP made our Instagram page.
And this is Shot.
Shot the shooter, shot the dancer, shot your favorite. You feel me?
The favorite for sure. What are we
All right, straight into it, guys. So last podcast we talked about toxic masculinity, and we got off boat quite a bit, but that's fine. That's how we rock and roll. We get off rail. Was it derailed? Yeah, I said off rail.
Same shit.
Yes, we get derailed, but it's good stuff. So I wanted to ask you, I remember last time you were aggressive about niggas. She was like, black men need therapy. And I was like, whoa, where is this? You were just like, you did the thing where you go like, with your fingers, you do like the okay sign. That's how I know you mean it.
I mean it. I mean it.
Why?
Because I feel like because of all the past trauma that black men have gone through, they are forced to be rigid or seem rigid. And they are the main ones who, like, anytime I have a conversation with them, right? You mentioned like therapy, there's nothing wrong with them, right? They're like, oh, there's nothing wrong with me. But when you mention therapy to someone, it's not to say something's wrong with you. It's just to get some help, bro. And not, but I don't know. I guess it's just a way to say it too. Because when you say some shit like, oh, maybe you should go get some therapy, there's nothing wrong with me. And that's all they're hearing. They're hearing that something's inherently wrong with them, that they're defective and stuff like that. And of course, that is a lot of insecurity that boils up to the top. I was putting so much more emphasis on black men, particularly because they are the ones that are seen as less sensitive and more rigid, right? And I know it's because they're forced to really wear this mask, and it at the end of the day is just going to destroy them. But they refuse to believe that. So this is really why I'm like, listen, guys, I'm not yelling at you, but I'm yelling at you. Please, for the love of God.
Yeah, I can relate to. I definitely, of course, I'm a black male. Of course, niggas like, you need therapy? I said, no, I'm good. You need therapy.
What made you react that way? What made you?
Because in my brain, nothing's wrong with me.
Okay.
But in everyone's brain, there's nothing wrong with them. So that's something I realized, especially men. Actually, no, I say both genders. Yeah, especially let me not call out a gender in particular, but most people don't think anything's wrong with them off rip. Then I went to therapy with my girl or whatever at the time, and he started pointing stuff out at me. I'm like, no, I'm straight. My head brain is on point. He was like, nah, bro. And he pointed some stuff out. I'm like, yo, I do have some issues, some problems.
Yeah, I think it's also like really lack of understanding. Because if you do just outright just come out and say, hey, you need therapy, the first thing you're going to be like, why?
Yeah.
Oh, because you act like this, down the third. There's nothing wrong with that. There is. But like, you have to be careful about how you say that sort of thing. You also have to, I think you just have to also be open-minded. Because when you ask why, I feel like immediately a wall goes up. You're just like, why? And then anything after that they say, you're not going to want to hear it. It's just going to bounce off. Yeah. But if you show them like information, kind of like you said, oh, he pointed out some shit, and you're like,
yeah, because the things that he pointed out, I was always trying to make excuses for. But I was like, yo, no more excuses. These are actual problems. And then me being aware of the problems helped me reduce the issues I was having with my mentality and stuff like that. But yeah.
So then what do you say to people who are aware of it but don't see what's wrong with it?
The thing is, you can't change their mind. I've learned that people that already think they're perfectly fine, there's nothing wrong with them, they don't want to see a therapist because they don't like therapists, or they don't want to expose themselves for their wrong, they don't want to talk about what's wrong with them. People are like that. You can't change their minds. I'll definitely say to you right now, if you want to become something or someone and you're having a hard time reaching that goal or reaching that status or whatever it is, the root is your mental state. And part of that journey to becoming whatever you want to be, it's going to involve you getting some freaking therapy or journaling. Like, you want to be rich and you're not becoming rich, something's wrong. You're not realizing it because you're avoiding what it actually is. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I know a lot of people that be like, oh, this one guy, right? He's so funny. He's like, yo, I'm like, what's your goal? I'm going to be a billionaire. I'm like, okay. I was, of course, appalled by the billionaire. I was like, oh, what do you do? I draw. I was like, let me see your Instagram page. I saw what he drew. I was like, I don't see the $1 billion value yet. You know what I mean? And I know his age, and I was like, yo, this dude's definitely on the older side. And obviously, society does that too. Society's like, oh, if you're older and not rich yet, something's wrong. But that's not true. I need to drop that mindset. But I knew he was older and stuff like that. I also knew he was like a dancer or whatever. And then he was dancing and stuff. And I looked at him, I'm like, interesting. And I was comparing myself to him in a superior way. But I was like, yo, I'm doing the bad thing again, you know? So, and that comparing thing is what was holding me back for so long from doing a bunch of stuff that I wanted to do. And then, my brother, you know, he wants to be rich and stuff like that, but he does nothing to actually become rich. He just wants to be rich on like accident or just hopes to get rich or fall into it, you know, and stuff like that.
I feel like with mentalities like that, you'll end up rich and lose the money quick.
No, exactly.
So like, I feel like in this day and age, it's really easy to get rich. It's not that hard. You fuck around and do some stupid shit, viral, and then money and all that jazz. But if you don't have a mentality for it, it's gone.
Exactly. So, like I was saying before, essentially, if people want to reach a goal and they're not reaching it, it's usually something involving their mental state or how they view something mentally. And if they don't want to accept something's wrong with them mentally, they'll never reach that goal. That was that pretty much.
And then on top of that, before I forget, people try to make it about things that are going on around them. Like they make it very external. And I was reading something yesterday. I was saying like the universe, like what's going on in your life, that's just a reflection of you. It's not like God dragging you through the dirt. Like it's all a reflection of what's going on inside of you.
Yeah.
If you don't address that, that will go hand in hand and like getting in the way of your goals and shit like that. And yeah. That's
true. Yeah, like you start blaming everything else except for you. It's that fault. It's that fault. Yes, things happen, but we have to bounce back. Like I can blame coronavirus all I want, which is part of the problem, but at the end of the day, I should have switched up my habits or decisions based on coronavirus to survive it or do better through it, essentially. Yeah, it's crazy. People really don't want to fix their problems. They want to fix other people. That too, they want to fix other people but not fix themselves.
Well, okay, here's a like caveat to that. Like a lot of people, and I was one of these people who didn't realize it. Like we would want to fix someone else, but like it's fixing ourselves through them. Like we didn't realize we're the ones that needed help. We're fixing them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even a lot of times the people that we become attached to in that way, they are just like us. So we're like, like we're going through shit. Let me fix you, but inherently fixing myself through you.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, but definitely fix yourself before you fix other people. That's like a big thing. Yeah.
Not even fix other people. That's such a toxic mentality. Don't do that.
Yeah. Sorry, that's not what I meant to say. I meant I meant fix yourself. Don't fix other people.
Yeah, that.
only if they ask for your help, then you step in.
Yeah. For
sure.
And don't get overly involved because
that too. Even if your friend's like, yo, help me work out, show them the way. You see them struggling, you see them not wanting to go anymore, don't push. Unless they tell you to push. That's the thing. Only do it if they say so. Because people flip around and be like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect all of this. Because people,
they don't know what they want.
Yeah, they don't know what they want. They want to lose weight or whatever, and they want you to motivate them. But when they're in it, and you're being like a little harsher on them, or like sayo manger or what they're eating, whatever, and now they feel attacked and bullied. It's like,
okay, I think to help with that, like you ask them what their goals are, like first, like right off the bat, because then they're like holding themselves accountable. They're letting you know, this is what I want. This is what I want my habits to be like. This is whatever, this is the end goal for me. I feel like that kind of changes the thing. Like this is what I want, and in this way, so that your actions, you're already a trainer, so like your actions will try to reflect that, try to help them, right? So then like they can get mad, like you know what I'm saying, but
that's the thing. A lot of people
that responsibility.
A lot of people when they choose goals, it could be anything. I said working out. Another goal could just be learning something or maybe getting a job in whatever field. A lot of people don't know what that entails. Like for example, I have friends that want to be professional dancers, and I was telling one of them, I'm like, yo, if you're gonna be a professional dancer and you don't look a certain way, you gotta be this much better. You see what I'm saying? But in their head, they see all these other people that are like a certain look, certain size. Like, oh, they made it. I'm like, they made it because of how good they are. You know what I mean? Majority of dancers, especially if you're a female, they just look at you and then that's it. You know what I mean? But a lot of these girls, or a lot of people as dancers, we walk into it not knowing what we're walking into. You know what I mean? People, and then I respect the teachers. They be lying to you. They be like, "Oh yeah, it's not that bad. Just really dig deep." No, you gotta take 1,000 classes. You gotta pay all this money, and then you'll be a good dancer. Then you get the connection, all that stuff. That's what it is. You can dig deep all you want for hours at your house, freestyle by yourself. You can all the theoretical stuff. It is applied. By the end of the day, professional dancing is either you blow up online doing some fire video, being a part of a fire project, or you put in that work for hours and hours of training, essentially, in the real world. But people don't know that sometimes. People walk into a dance class and they just expect to get good very soon. And then when they are good, they're not good enough, and then they don't want to do it anymore. Or another thing with professional dancing is that it's crazy. A lot of gigs involve you dressing half naked. Right? A lot of people don't realize that. Professional dancing, it's all cool until they realize they gotta dance half naked. Like, I didn't expect that. You know what I mean? Or dance with a bunch of clothes on. Like, when I was dancing in a suit, I was not uncomfortable. When I imagined my first gig, I was like, I'm gonna dance in this cool outfit, gonna be decked out. No, I'm wearing a suit. It was cool, but it was a suit with an uncomfortable mask and helmet. I'm like, this is so uncomfortable. And I couldn't move, there was wires all over me. I was like, bro, like, I was uncomfortable. I couldn't even like go crazy because shit was falling off. You know what I mean? I hear like, and there's like headphones in my ears and wires. I'm like, bro, that's so uncomfortable. People don't realize what they're walking into when they're dancing. They expect dancing to be like the music videos, but they probably have stuff on them you just can't see. You know, like wires or whatever it is, or being half naked. That's another big thing. But a lot of people, and like, for like when you apply for dance companies, they want to see you shirtless. Like for me, they want to see me shirtless sometimes, and it makes sense. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But then you got dancers that, you know, patats. And then, dancers that are patats. I love patats. There's some cute patats. You know what I mean? There's some cute patats. Yeah.
Versatile. I love patats.
I think patat females and patat males can be very attractive. It's how you carry yourself. You know what I mean? Of course, there's a limit, but that's like a health concern at that point. But like some patats, they don't want to dance anymore because that is not show the front. You know what I mean? They show the stomach or whatever it is. And then girls, vice versa. You know, girls didn't expect to have to expose themselves so much just to apply for a dance gig that won't involve them even looking like that. You know what I mean? Like most dance girls, when they apply for dance stuff, have to show themselves in a bikini or sometimes, depending on the gig. But I would say a good chunk of them. There's a chunk that requires you to show off how you look, like show off your whole legs, show off what your ass look like, all that stuff. And yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't want little zombies on stage. If it's a freaking, you know, a hip hop song, you know, bounce that, and they don't got that. You know what I mean? It don't make sense. Or like maybe they're looking for a certain like image or whatever. You know, it's a lot of stuff like that people don't realize. They think, oh, it's all skill, it's also look. Then they got to be healthy, and then they got to work out, and then like, oh, I just signed up for this. I just want to dance all day. I don't want to guard up my figure and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Or even school, people, I want to be a doctor. So many people want to be doctors. They don't realize the torture you gotta go through to being a doctor. You gotta lose sleep. You gotta do all this. Oh, I love people. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. You don't love people.
You listen to everyone talk to you. No.
Wait till you deal with Karens that are sick.
Yeah, I think they're worse than regular Karens.
Or it's the thing. You're gonna be a doctor. Can you watch people die on a daily basis? People don't realize that shit sometimes.
I feel like there's no way to prepare you for that.
That's what I'm saying. People don't know until they get in and they realize and then they drop out. That's why there's so few doctors. So many of us when we were kids, I want to be a doctor. Then when they get to the doctor, quarter way through, they're out. Damn. Or they have bad study habits. And all these other, like, they don't have the mental state for it. They can't handle criticism. They can't handle failing. They drop out. Straight A kids, I want to be a doctor. They go to college, they get a F or a C, they lose their fucking mind because they didn't realize this is
it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, no, but that ass, like, you don't realize how dumb you are until you get to college.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like, college will make you real dumb. I remember chemistry. I was like, I got it. I didn't have it.
Yeah.
I did not have it at all. I fucked around and said, fuck it.
Yep.
That's why I'm an artist now.
Yeah, when I used to be a mechanical engineering major, I had to go for like 10 years to be an engineer. Got to that shit, mechanical engineering out the window. Not into becoming a data engineer. No physical aspect whatsoever, right? But I realized why I failed out or why I dropped it or why I didn't like mechanical engineering or why I couldn't do it was because my mental state was in the right place. I wasn't, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I had to realize, I just should talk to myself like, yo, you do not enjoy this. You are lying to yourself. You are forcing yourself to digest something you cannot digest. You know, it was tough, man. Yeah, like
I was like, maybe if you tough it out, maybe if we just like make it through a certain point, it'll get easier.
No, like you gotta fix your mental state. No. I feel like if I went to a therapist while trying to become a mechanical engineer, I would have got through.
Really?
Yes, if I went to therapy during my struggle of trying to be a mechanical engineer, I would have made it through.
Oh, okay.
I went through a mental breakdown because of mechanical engineering. There's a lot of issues I wasn't facing. A lot of fear, you know, stuff like that. Fear of messing up, fear of lives in my hand, fears of stuff not working, just a lot of weight and impatience. Like all these negative things I have in myself, I'm blaming everything else. Oh, this damn machine don't work. Yeah. I don't know how to make it work. You know what I mean? True. I started blaming everything. I'm like, oh, I failed this exam. I'm the teacher. I stood up, I crammed everything for 9 hours straight because I didn't want to spend a week studying for it because I wanted to dance instead. You know, so yeah, it's just people really blame everything else with themselves. You know, and therapy is one way to do that, or journaling. When you realize, I bet you if I journaled, I would have realized, damn, the problem is
it's me.
It's me. I'm not a mechanical engineer, or my mindset isn't built for it. And if I want to become one, I got to change it to become one. So stuff like that. I realize therapy is good. Or journaling is good. Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Or just simply just learn something. You know what I'm saying? Like just go on. Like I spend hella time on YouTube just listening to like old therapists or people that go through the same things that I've gone through or something. I'm just like, oh shit, I didn't realize that was me too. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then like I feel like then it kind of leads you to your own realizations or like even your own personal research. You're like, wait, there's this thing that I don't like about myself, or this thing that stands out about myself that's different from other people, and you just like research that. And realize it's rooted in something else. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like being an open mind is very necessary in this sort of
and then that translates into the body. You know, like you being impatient could cause you to be doing a bunch of stupid stuff, ruining your life and not reaching your goals. Absolutely. The body's the same way. Certain muscles, if it has a problem, will affect other muscles. And you'll think that muscle's the problem. When really, if you fix this problem that you're unaware of, you're not looking at, that will solve this problem automatically. You see what I'm saying? You see you're fixing this when it's actually this, but you're not aware of it. For example, like, actually I'm not giving examples right now because I don't get too technical, but yeah, one muscle.
I have a quick example, like back pain versus your hip flexors. Like when people have back pain, they don't realize a lot of the time it's based on your hip flexors.
Yep. If you don't know what that is, it's the muscle in your groin area, like on the inner side. That's a big one too. People really don't know that. They want to go ice their back, do back exercises, roll their back. Really,
massages.
Yeah. Like, really, the problem is actually rooted in their hip flexors.
You're sitting for too long.
Yeah. Or if you compare that to like impatiency being a problem, impatiency could cause you to get into a car accident. Now you got to pay like $5,000 because your ass was impatient for a red light or a turn. You know what I mean? And really, what's causing that impatiency? It could be something completely different. It could be like, what's the cause of impatiency? You know, what can make you impatient? Comparing yourself to other people. Yeah. I mean, that's for me at least. Okay. Yeah, I was saying that earlier. When I compare myself to other people, I tend to get impatient and start doing stupid stuff and start rushing myself and then hurting myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's more like cause and effect, not necessarily like what causes impatience in general. It causes you to become impatient. Yeah.
See, like the hip flexor and the lower back thing. Hip flexors are tight, lower back pain. We try to fix the lower back pain. Reverse that, or switch that up to the impatiency thing. So instead of trying to focus on your impatiency, trying to like read books, read videos, how to be more patient. That ain't fixing the problem. Why are you impatient? If you write that out, talk to somebody, and figure out, you compare yourself to other people and you try to race to be like them as soon as possible. And if you fix that, you're no longer impatient. And then all the videos you watch on impatiency is a waste of time. You should have been focused. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what people don't realize that. That's the power of journalism, not journalism. Journaling. And just therapy and stuff like that.
I would say also, like, even if those things are kind of scary or whatever, I think you go to someone who you care about and no one cares about you, you can ask them if there's anything that you should work on yourself.
Like friends?
The people that you care about and care about you.
Some friends are some salty mother bumpers, bro. Some friends will take that moment to just belittle you and make you feel like crap and make yourself feel better.
What kind of friends do you make?
Mim?
You, yeah.
That's the world. What are you talking about?
I've never run into
people project, bro.
Like, I understand the projecting thing, but like I've never
run into I run into that all the time.
See,
all the time.
You should recheck these friends.
They're not my friends anymore.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes, bro.
Exactly.
Toxic friends. Like, I've known people that ask, "Oh, how am I doing?" Literally, I'm always asking for people's opinion. What they tell me is just either over exaggerating on something, is not as bad as I thought, or they're just using that moment to make themselves feel better. I'm just like, that's not what I want. That's why I trust a therapist more than asking friends for advice. Or I can ask you. I'm not gonna ask someone like, whatever for opinions or whatever it is. Or some people might take it the wrong direction. I'm like, I don't think this is about my religion.
That's not what I asked.
I don't know how God got into this conversation.
I'm so done.
But it is God sometimes. But like, if I, busted my pinky, and then it's just because I need to move the furniture around the house. That's my friend. Oh yeah, he's like, oh yeah, because God. No, it's not about God. I need to move my furniture. God is lazy. You know what I mean? It's like people go the wrong direction. Be like, oh, I got like stomach problems. Oh, you need to go on that vegan diet. No, I just need to stop eating spicy food. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. People go wrong directions and stuff. Oh my God, I get mad about that. And then of course the vegan friend will recommend, oh, you gotta eat this vegan stuff. I'm not attacking you. No. I'm talking about another person did that. Yeah, cause my mom will be like, oh my God, my mom will be like, I'm sneezing because your room's dirty. No, it's allergy season. You know what I mean?
That's a whole other category.
Can they want you to clean? So when you ask for their opinion while you're sneezing, they say, oh, clean your room. That's why. And you clean the room and you sneezing 5 times worse because you got allergies and there's dust in the air now. Then you were cleaning. That's why who you ask for advice is very important. Fuck around and get
you gotta really trust these people. Okay?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Really trust these people.
I'm telling you, man. People will steer you the wrong path. That's why I trust therapists more than my friends, or even my mother.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Bro, oh my goodness, they want to feed you everything but the cure.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're your mama. The longer they take care of you, the longer you stick around.
Yeah, exactly. It's bird in the nest. Exactly. Oh my God. Yes. Okay. So therapy is very powerful stuff, man.
It's very important. So my black friends, please, there's plenty of resources online now.
Yo, I was trying to learn how to hypnotize myself.
Oh, how do you do it? I've been looking for someone to hypnotize me.
That, bro, same. I'm gonna look into it more before I do it. I'm not trying to get messed up.
You can't get messed up.
Boo-boo?
Okay, the only way you would be able, why are you trying to hypnotize yourself? Like for what purpose? Is it for like past stuff?
That's a good question. I don't remember right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna think about it.
You need a good research.
Yeah.
Because the only way, like if it is for like trying to help uncover your own shit, some people are just not ready or mentally ready. If you don't feel like you're mentally ready to run into certain things, it's probably not a good idea. Because, what's it called? Like shadow work? Have you heard of shadow work?
I heard of shadow called jutsu.
Oh, you're so
funny. Is it stuff like that?
No, not necessary. Well, actually, you know that one episode of Naruto? I think it was right before he entered Sage Mode, and he had to fight himself, and it was his shadow self. I know you know what I'm talking about. So like,
are you talking about Bleach?
No, Bleach probably had the same concept. But
Bleach. Okay. Well, Bleach had the same concept where to power up their sword, they gotta go fight their sword in their mind, in their like inner world. Then the sword.
Same concept. But no, it's an episode of Naruto.
I don't remember seeing him fight Shadow Self.
Nah, you're gonna make me look it up. No, it's not.
Anime. I'm telling you, that's Bleach, bro.
I'm gonna look it up.
Fight his inner self.
Now I gotta look for it. Like,
no, that's Bleach.
Fuck you.
Bleach is an anime about soul reapers. That pretty much to power up their weapon, they have to fight the inner self, and then their weapon evolves because their weapon is a reflection of their self, essentially, but also have their own personality. Okay, stop. I gotta rewatch Naruto. That's a scene.
All I am saying. Anyways, at the end, he realized that it wasn't force that was necessary to beat him. It was understanding and acceptance. But
that's deep. I probably watched it and cried. That's why I forgot. I don't want to remember when I cried.
Really? It's good for you. It's like a nice cleansing. I mean, I guess for a man, it's so taboo. This is why you need to go to therapy. It's ridiculous. Anyway. So yes, that episode of Naruto. I'm pretty sure I watched Bleach too, but I don't even remember that. I don't remember
That's the whole anime.
It's the whole anime.
It's about them fighting.
I need to rewatch it because I think it reached an arc that I didn't like, and
no,
I was like,
it's all of us. After the Aizen arc, a lot of people stopped watching.
Okay,
because they got ridiculous with shit.
Yeah,
it got ridiculous.
It went over my head.
Yeah, no, it got so complex. I didn't understand anymore. It was you before you realized it was you.
What?
And that's your true power. So when I was blowing up mountains, that wasn't my true power?
I guess not.
I guess I'm not. No, what was my true power? Going through walls. Like, it's not making sense. Mm-hmm. So like we fell off Bleach. Bleach just died after that. No one watched it after that arc. Yeah, and that arc is the worst arc too. Like, people really stopped caring. People stopped caring after that arc was trash. Everyone stopped caring. Damn. It was dumb. And the powers got dumb. I'm sorry. The best arc was the Aizen arc. When the Espada was there, best fucking arc. That and the first arc too. It's crazy. Look, we're getting on the anime now. That's a good anime. Bleach is a good anime.
Anyways, that one episode of Naruto and Bleach, I think it follows the same concept. I don't really remember. Shadow work is basically you working with your shadow, your inner self. So, how do I explain it? All the parts about yourself that you don't like, you must accept. That is the easy way to put it. The harder way to put it is to just like, a lot of people look at it as like working with your inner child. Like, the inner child has a lot of like undealt with pain. And so it reflects and projects out into your outer world. So like your impatience, for example, is probably rooted in some inner shit that's going on, right?
Yeah, just depending on yourself.
Yeah. No.
No.
I'm sure that is a part of it, but like, even if the comparing wasn't there, something else would fall into its spot because you haven't dealt with whatever that leads to. Does that make sense? We can discuss this off camera later. But why were we talking about that?
The shadow stuff?
Yes. Why did we get there?
Because of therapy.
Yes.
Oh.
It was yeah. Okay, so that's why people say, or like before you do shadow work, because that you're literally putting a mirror to all of your demons, right? And not everyone's gonna like what they see. People say, oh, you must, or not people. When you research, they say you must practice self-love before you even try to do shadow work or work on yourself, because you might not be mentally prepared for the dark shit that comes to the surface. So it becomes worse. So like, there's I feel like it's Winston Churchill who said, if it's wrong, please correct me. I know for sure Steve Harvey said it, but he got it from someone else. I don't remember. But you must go, like, when you go through hell, you have to make it through hell. You can't go to hell and stay there, right? So that's essentially what happens when you start working on yourself when you're not ready. You stay in hell as opposed to working all the way through it. Because then you see some shit you don't like, a lot of shit comes to the surface, and you're like, oh shit, like I'm more messed up than I thought. And then you stay there. So, that's what I was saying.
That's crazy. My mind, that was ASMR in my ears.
You're so funny.
No, it's true, because people have a hard time accepting their flaws.
Yeah, and it's not even our fault. I guess it's when you reach that point where you realize that's not even your fault. That's literally because you were raised, grew up, whatever, in a society that tells you that shit is wrong. That shit's a flaw, and you should cover it up instead of work on it.
Yeah, you got plastic surgery.
Yeah.
You know, if I got big feet, I'm gonna get small feet. I don't got no muscles, I'm gonna go inflate muscles into my body.
So
you got no ass? Oh, you don't gotta work out.
Yeah.
Put some, you get an ass instantly.
That's so ridiculous,
right?
To me. Yo, like,
and it's crazy because girls in our community of
right,
is making this normal now.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj, is it Ruby Rose? Who else has a fake ass?
Cardi B.
Yes, I didn't know Cardi B was plastic.
She's plastic,
and I was all up on that girl.
You're so pretty.
And now when she's plastic, I'm like, So, man. So before I go to the next subject, which is gonna be plastic surgery.
You said a different episode?
No, I'm going to. And before, but I'm gonna finish that one first. It's just that what you were saying, the society teaches us that our flaws are flaws, and we can fix them instantly now. That's the thing too. See, back in the day, when you have this kind of technology to fix our problems, Instagram allows us to fake who we are, and that will solve our internal problem. Imagine, like, you think you're ugly, Put on a filter on Instagram, you're the baddest bitch on Instagram. Now you solve your problem.
That's your shot of dopamine.
Yeah, exactly. But then back in the day, when you were ugly, you had to accept you were ugly. And someone was gonna give you a chance. Huh?
I thought it was like makeup.
Not as good as it. They got waterproof makeup now. Back in the day, that pool trick worked. Take a bitch to the pool. that works.
You're so fucking.
Now they got waterproof makeup. Shit don't work the same no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then makeup is crazy now. Like bitches be transforming. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Like now we have so many tools to cover up our flaws and accepting them, just cover it up.
Yeah, there's that, and then the fact that everyone tries to impose that shit on you. Like I was reading through, so there was this celebrity. I don't remember which celebrity it was, but she was like on stage performing, and she just had like a regular body. She wasn't like overweight or anything. Not to me. I was just like, okay, like she has a normal sized body, a little bit of a belly or whatever going on. And in the comments, they were like, oh, why don't you just hit the table like what's it called? Cardi did.
I heard about this,
and I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like people are really, or like Tenorel is another artist. I think she has like saggy boobs or whatever, and so they were like, why don't you just go get your boobs done like whoever did or whatever. And I'm just like, why is that such a like, I've come to a point where I'm like, whatever issue you have problem with my body is your issue. Like I'm like, all right, bet. Like I already know what I want or whatever, and then you want something different. Like this whole beauty standards thing is like, it's so exhausting to try to keep up with. So I'm like, fuck it.
Hey, America's not as bad as it used to be. It's the Asian world that's horrible. And the Hispanic
I don't know
world.
anything about
The Hispanic world and Asian world, beauty standards are rough, bro.
That's crazy.
Like on the side, it's actually very lax. Because big girls can be beautiful like in our culture. So, you know, how bigger a girl is, a lot of guys still find her very attractive. I have no issue with big girls. As long, like I already told you, I would love to date a big girl. I don't mind dating a big girl as long as it's not an issue to her health. If it's naturally that's how they are, then I'm cool with it. Because they can be big girls with big arms, big legs, and flat stomachs, because that's what they're supposed to be like. But when you're overweight or whatever, and you're a big girl, and it's like your stomach's like out of this world, and if it's your health and stuff like that, that's my issue. Is when it's a problem for me. I don't really care. I'll date a skinny girl as long as she's not anorexic or has like any issues or mental issues or eating issues. Then I'll give it a chance. Because I can't therapeutic that, and I already know I can't handle that weight with my own stuff. So yeah, so that's just me. But it's black culture. I know black culture influenced me on that. You know, big booty, all this stuff, fat asses, that kind of shit. And we have skinny girls in our culture too that are just as beautiful. But in Asia and the Hispanic countries, it's rough on them, bro. Like beauty standards, rough. Like there are girls that cannot get boyfriends, period, just because they're not a certain weight. You know what I mean? So or they don't got a fat ass, or you know they're not hoeing around, and that's like
if they're not hoeing around.
Yeah, if you're not getting clapped, they don't want to deal with you. They don't want virgins.
Wow, that's crazy.
They don't want virgins. What? Virgins? What? They don't want to.
Why don't you just not tell them you're a virgin then?
No, they're not gonna. They want to. That's the whole point. If you listen to telenovelas,
yeah,
they're left and right.
Yeah.
So they show their love. If a girl doesn't want to have sex, they gotta want to date her.
That's so funny.
That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? And in Asian countries, some of them don't want to have a girlfriend if she's not a virgin. And that blows my fucking mind. It's stuff like that. Like beauty standard goes so deep into your activities. Yes, some Asian men, depending on the country, will not date or marry a girl. Will not marry a girl unless she's like a virgin or whatever.
Do they check? Like, is that a thing that they do?
They just ask, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Because
like then you consider it unclean. But that's like old school stuff too. Yeah. But it all depends on the age too. There's so many factors. Because right now we're not talking about a specific group of people. It's a group within a group. So not all Asians do this, and not all Hispanics do this. I'm talking about there's a chunk of y'all, or a chunk of them that do this.
Y'all.
Yeah, it's a chunk of them that do this. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. But yeah, these standards are crazy, bro. Crazy. Black culture is easier. It's easier on most people, but other cultures is crazy, bro.
Ridiculous.
Even having dark skin is an issue for like I think both sides.
Hispanics.
Yeah, the lighter your skin is, the more attractive you are.
I believe that.
You know what I mean? And it blows, and that carries over into our culture too. You know, but now our culture's gotten better. We've actually within. I know that we've been fighting that whole anti-dark skin. I'm like, no, dark skin girls are beautiful. Chill out with it. We tried for years to fix that colorism and stuff.
It's still going on. It's still like an issue, especially in the Hollywood industry.
Really?
Yeah. You ever heard of like all the like in the music industry how like Tory Lanez, Chris Brown have like said dark skin aren't allowed.
Oh, Chris Brown did say that. Yeah.
like music videos. Like there was a whole talk on like how celebrities will actively choose like lighter skinned people and all that jazz. It's a thing still going on, and still fighting for that shit. But like, yeah, I mean, I guess I've noticed a growing acceptance, and it's sad that we had to write music and shit for people to be like, oh, your skin's beautiful. Oh my god, they said my skin is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that just goes to show how influential the music industry is.
That is true, because it was music industry that started going pro dark skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. That in sports too, like basketball was a big one.
Really?
I mean, they use examples like when they brought up a 60 black man, it was usually a basketball player, like a dark skin, you know what I mean, basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
Or
so like, what were they saying? Were they saying like dark skins were ugly? Or
yeah, like Michael Jordan and Shaq are dark as hell.
Yeah.
Versus the light skin, of course, everyone likes Steph Curry because he light skin, so he accepted in more cultures. But Michael Jordan, he's fine as hell. But he dark. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Michael B. Jordan, light skin. Of course, he's considered more attractive. That's the issue that you were talking about.
Is he light skin?
He's considered lighter than Michael Jordan for sure.
Well, yeah, for sure.
So people consider him more attractive than Michael Jordan off rip. You know
That's
what I mean?
So interesting.
Just because I know part of it's because of his skin tone. If he was darker, he wouldn't be considered so fine.
I feel like this is a conversation to have too. Michael B. Jordan is not as fine as everyone's making it seem. He is a regular looking dude. He looks regular. He's not ugly. I'm not saying he's ugly. He's attractive. He's an attractive dude. But people make it seem like he is.
Go ahead.
No.
No, go ahead.
Drop your piece, bro.
That nigga's a tad too. Easy, chill out. He fine as hell. I'm straight, and that nigga fine. If I look like him, oh my goodness.
You're so.
If I look like him, oh my goodness. Destroying lives. Destroying lives. Oh, Michael B. Jordan, oh my goodness. Don't catch me around your girl, bro.
Like I'm saying, he's fine. He is sure a 10 out of 10, but people make it seem like he's like 50 out of 10.
He is.
He's a regular.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna move on. I'm not even upset with you. I can't right now.
Okay.
You can be upset.
I'm just like, I didn't say he was ugly. If I was like, oh, that is ugly, then I would understand your apprehension. But I'm just
apprehension. All I hear is Rimas over here.
No, your resistance. You're yelling at me.
I'm actually genuinely upset right now. You don't understand. I defend that left and right.
I didn't say he was ugly.
I didn't. Listen, moving on. It's fine. The point is, how did we get to this point?
Beauty standards comparing.
Oh yeah, therapy stuff. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. And then I also wanted to ask you. Right?
Because I'm waiting. I'm like, this is off rip. I didn't know you were asking me all these questions. What is it?
So, what's your issue with the dating world right now?
Oh man. Well, I will drop this quote. This wasn't even from me. I was already like against this whole dating era, but I had a friend of mine, say this is not the time to date, and I'm like, you know what? You're right. It's a madhouse out here. Because what the I think and I think Corona has probably made this a lot worse. All of dating has turned digital. I'm not a digital dating kid. Like, I would prefer to meet someone.
No, I'm trying to digest that. Digital dating. I'm like, what does that mean?
I would prefer to meet the person that I would prefer, or like decide to date in person. Right, like run into them or something, like, hey, whatever, blah blah. They start talking and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Or like now, I'm more around the whole niggas that are already vetted, like through friend circles. Like if you have a friend who's single or something like that, and you introduce them to me, or like if I have a different friend who has, they know somebody. They know somebody is the emphasis here. They know of that person, probably raised with them, and they know their parents. You know what I'm saying? Then they could probably come to me. The thing about strangers nowadays, they're fucking crazy. You don't know who the fuck is crazy. And I prefer to meet people in person because I could already, like, I started analyzing, like, what you're saying, how you're saying, body language and stuff like that. You can lie through messaging. Obviously, you can lie in person, but I feel like when you're on the spot like that, you're watching their facial expressions and how they respond and all that jazz. It's easier to discern whether they're okay. Like I don't want to say safe because it's crazy, but they're okay enough to see again, right? They're okay enough for you to be like, oh yeah, here's my phone number, or like you said, niggas are exchanging Instagrams now. I don't. It's so stupid.
Phone numbers is coming back again, actually. Cause I think now that Instagram became the main exchange of information, now a lot of girls are going back to phone numbers again. I don't know.
I don't.
Because you know what it is? Because people are like, oh, I don't post a lot. The first thing, you remember I was telling her that like there was a period of time, I think it's dead now, where people were searching Instagrams. I need to enunciate my words. People were exchanging Instagram accounts instead of phone numbers for a period of time, so you can stalk them a little bit and see what you're in for, and see like who they know and what they're into and what they look like from all angles, without having to like go on 5 dates before you realize, oh, there's something you don't like about her that you could have just picked up on Instagram or whatever. But then the issue arose. Now I think it changed because recently people haven't. So there's two reasons why people now don't want to do it as much anymore. One is people don't post a lot. So people be like, oh yeah, I don't post that much. Because now they're embarrassed of their account. They have like maybe 50 followers or like 200 followers or 400 followers, and they're embarrassed of that. Because now apparently if you don't have a lot of followers, you're not important. And I'm like, what? You know, because everyone's trying to get big now on social media. Because now we know the benefits of getting big on social media on accident. You can just post something and blow up. We all want that now. So you show someone a pretty crappy account, you're just like, oh my God, they're embarrassing. Now they didn't want to talk to you on it anymore because they know you can see all their embarrassing pictures with low quality, not even trying, and they look crusty, you know what I mean? And that's just like their friends to see and stuff like that, not like a potential boyfriend, you know what I mean? Or girlfriend if you're gay or whatever it is. And another issue is that, I don't know, this whole following thing going on, that people don't want to follow you and try to get more followers than following. That's a big freaking issue. It's so funny. Stupid. What? Yeah. And stuff like that, yeah. And like it's just it's different. I think now they're going back to phone numbers. Okay. Essentially. Or I think girls are going back to phone numbers again. Which is weird. Because for a period of time people weren't giving phone numbers out anymore because they didn't want to know until I had their phone number. I don't know what the reason was, to be honest.
You could block them if you don't want to listen to them. Or
I don't know, whatever. But the Instagram, it was like you can see the guy, what he's doing. They like that kind of more. And now it's like going backwards. Like now they're embarrassed what's on Instagram. Because now you're comparing that girl to other Instagram bitches. I think that's what it is too. Yeah. Because remember, before Instagram didn't allow nudes before. Now Instagram has allowed nudes. And also Instagram became more nudie. First, they restricted that shit. Now, you can be naked on there completely. So if you give me an Instagram account, I'm looking at you, comparing you to bitches I already follow that are fine as hell. Of course she's going to feel like, about it, you know what I mean? Now she's embarrassed, you know what I mean? But with nice accounts are like, oh yeah, take my shit. Yeah, look how fine I am. And then they'll DM me on it or whatever it is, because now they have nice pictures. You know, I know girls that DM me on Instagram if they have nice, like if you search Instagram, they'll respond on Instagram if they have nice pictures on there. Vice versa, if the girl has bad Instagram, like crappy account or whatever, they're less likely to respond on there for whatever reason. But yeah, it's
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So there's that I don't even sure you have my Instagram, but like it's my business Instagram. So if anything, like I don't care if you respond or not, if you message me or not. Like you want art, like buy some shit, bro. What else? Oh, there's the whole like dating apps thing. Like that's so weird to me, going on Tinder, Bumble, whatever. Like if anything, like I've been on Tinder, right? Like let me hold on. Disclaimer: I've never been on a date, never dated. Here I am. What?
You ever been on a date?
No.
Things have changed.
Things have changed.
Things have changed.
What do you mean?
No, it's just things have changed. Cause I know part of that's because of the digital thing.
Yeah, mainly. Yeah. So there's that whole thing, and I've been on Tinder and I've made friends on Tinder. Like these are people who are like they live a distance, but we check in on each other every now and then and stuff like that. So it's like it's whatever. But I've never liked the idea of like just talking to a stranger, listen or reading what they tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's for me, it feels like scripted. And then they're like, oh, let's meet up. Like, I don't want to meet you, bro. Like, I really don't. Like, I'm a very, I need to fill out your vibe type of person, right? Like, when we first met up, for example, I was very much like, I need to detect everything, see if this is someone who I would like to keep talking to, like, or keep in my life. Because, like, on a whim is when I like hit you up. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see. Worst case scenario, he's like, nah. This is as a friend, by the way. We like reunited.
People are like,
nah. We were friends in middle school and then branched off, and then like 10 years later, I hit him up out of nowhere. And so, yeah. And then I was like, I need to see if this is someone who was like, I don't know, someone I had to hang out with again and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah. See, I get like a vibe check. Even like, I was nervous as fuck, because I was like, damn, what if I hate him? Like, and then I get there and I'm like, all right, okay, I don't hate you. It's all good. It's great. But yeah, like that's just my main thing. I need to get a vibe check in person or vetted by someone I know before I can even talk about going to see you anywhere outside of my house or anywhere in general. But
yeah.
It's really ridiculous.
It is. It's crazy. And that's the thing. And a lot of it. It's hard too, because social media, a lot of these girls now they want the finest. Oh, not even girls, guys and girls. They want the finest of the fine. Mm-hmm. They focus a lot on looks now more than personality. Because of social media, you know what I mean? Like, I know multiple girls that are literally looking for the hottest guy, but also he's nice, he's sweet, he's caring, he's like, understanding, he's open, And you know what I'm saying? So these girls...
You're saying you can't attain all of those things?
I'm saying girls want perfect. Mm-hmm. And it's the issue, people will go on social media and see perfect and think that's a real thing in real life till they meet them and they're 16 pounds and like, this wasn't what they expected, but they still check mark, is he attractive? Can I show him off on social media? That kind of stuff. A lot of girls do that. I know a lot of girls, all they want is like 10 out of 10. Because then that validates their beauty if they have a 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? Or it's their dream boy.
It makes sense.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Social media makes it attainable. Mm-hmm. Celebrities hit up girls all the time now. And people know, they're aware of that. A regular girl can get a fine ass rich off of Instagram or whatever it is, or social media or dating apps, Because a lot of celebrities use Tinder too. They get they go fuck them and whatever it is, they're aware of this. So when
I didn't know celebrities went on Tinder and use regular shit like that.
Well, when I say celebrity, I'm talking about like TikTokers and YouTubers.
Okay.
Yeah, TikTokers and big YouTubers, they use Tinder. Mm-hmm. A bunch of them talk about their stories all the time. Mm-hmm. So it's very neat, and obviously YouTubers make more money than rappers now. So. If they're using Tinder, that's a pretty big deal. Comedians use Tinder too, I think. Some comedians have admitted using Tinder, or they can be lying and joking, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But definitely TikTokers use Tinder all the time, stuff like that. So, because there's so many of them now. Mm-hmm. And of course they're on the younger side. So, yeah, but it's crazy. I don't know. It's just people just have these expectations that are unreal because of social media, so unreal. So that's also why it affects you. Because you're looking for Beyonce's. I'm like.
Here I am, AP.
Right? I'm just like, and then me, I don't even find Beyonce attractive.
Really?
People will fuck around and be like, oh yeah, Beyonce is like goals, but then I'm like, and then they push that onto you, and then you're forced to say, oh yeah, she's goals. You just saying that because other girls are saying that.
This is true.
You know what I mean?
This is true. But I'm just saying, for the same reason you're attacking me for Michael B. Jordan, I can attack you for Beyonce. Beyonce is gorgeous. She has such a nice face.
No,
she is gorgeous.
Rihanna is gorgeous.
Rihanna's gorgeous.
Yes, Beyonce can compare to Rihanna.
They're both beautiful women. I'm not gonna say anyone's more beautiful than the other. They're both beautiful as well.
And that's how I win the argument. I'm joking. But yeah, like people will literally only find this girl pretty because other people are saying she's pretty.
Yeah, facts.
Like, remember that girl I told you about? Remember the Korean girl from that show, Squid Games?
Mm-hmm.
Remember how I was deep in love with her? Mm-hmm. And remember I told you she blew up on Instagram? Mm-hmm. I avoided following her for a while. I'm not jumping this train because I didn't follow her in the first place. I'm not going to follow just because people are doing it.
Yeah.
Fast forward, a month passes. I finally go on Instagram and kind of look at it. Mm-hmm. I don't find her attractive anymore.
You didn't follow the train.
And that's what I'm saying. Because if I did follow the train, I figure out, oh yeah, she's gorgeous. Even after seeing her Instagram account, I'm like, yeah, she's not as pretty as I remember her being on Squid Games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then,
I feel like she also looks very different on social media than she does.
Exactly. But people will fuck around and say, oh, she's gorgeous and beautiful. because everyone else is saying it, and now she's just, that's all I was telling you. Some niggas will find this girl pretty only because other people are saying so. Versus a girl that if no one ever said nothing, they find this girl pretty as hell, but now they won't because she's not somebody you can bring and shop on Instagram and no one's gonna give her, that's the issue that is now.
That is so crazy.
Right? It's stupid.
So
I only realized that after I waited a month to check her Instagram, although she's not as fine as I remember.
Yeah.
But back then if I dropped the train, I would be vouching for her now. Saying, oh yeah, she's definitely beautiful, all this BS, and then the third, you know what I mean? There's a lot of girls like that, So, or like the new kid effect.
New kid effect?
Yeah.
Like because she's new?
Yeah, in high school or middle school, when there's a new kid, automatically they're more attractive. Just because everyone else is saying it, you'll fuck around and say so. When there's a handsome nigga next to you, because you know him for years, it's like, oh, whatever to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People are just reacting. That's the issue. But social media has emphasized that. Yeah. It's like 1,000 new guy effect. You know what I mean? So, yeah, yes. it's like everyone's a new guy, essentially, on social media. Because you don't know their flaw, you don't know their back history, you don't know nothing. You meet them in this perfect state, you don't know nothing shit about them, and they're kind of cute. Boom, they're fucking amazing in your eyes. Versus the person you know all their shit, all their whatever, their past and mistakes, and they're decently handsome. You're just like, nah, they're ugly. You know what I mean? It happens a lot now. So
I guess I'm very different because as soon as I start to learn about you, you're instantly more attractive to me.
Well, yes, until they fuck around and make a mistake.
No, even like for example, like you told me like all the shit that you've been through and stuff like that, and all the shit you're fucking up, and I'm like, that's life, bro. I'm not looking at it as like, this is fucked up. Like what? Yeah. No. Now I guess it also adds to the fact that you're just so honest and transparent as well. So it just automatically makes you a lot more like attractive. Like it's just you're like proving that I'm also human. I'm like, all right, good.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. But girls like you aren't the ones using all the apps and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You're not on social media like that. No, you're not on the Tinder apps. I'm not. The ones that are on the apps, you have one bad rep, you're not dateable no more. This and that, or vice versa for a girl. This girl has a bad rep, she ain't dateable no more. She made one mistake, oh, she a hope. That's it. You know what I mean? And it's stupid.
You can't win out here, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like the apps make it so hard. Then the apps, it's like you try to learn about somebody, but it's so hard. That's why I understand why you don't trust what they're saying on there. They can easily falsify so much stuff. Absolutely. And pretend to be a nice person over text. Anyone can be a nice person over text. You know, take them outside.
I'm taking time to think about my responses. I'm like, oh, how should I respond to this?
Yeah, versus off rip.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. People can act on there really good because they have time to respond and think and ask other people's opinion and then respond. Versus in person, there's no one backing them up, no one in their ear.
Yeah. It's just them, and even if they are like this, like procured actor, actress, whatever, you could still pick up if you hang out with them long enough. You could still pick up on some patterns or pick up on some like just different discrepancies. You're like, oh, this is on some shit, and then you could just leave or continue and never see them again or whatever.
But I'm not bashing the apps. I'm just saying people
apps.
use them and don't understand what's on them, and then they expect something and they don't get it, then they're upset. But you don't use them because you know what's on there and you're good. Imagine you used it not knowing what's on there. You'd be pissed.
True.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
And this whole
you get hurt too.
That too. The way I guess music is also reflecting this whole new dating shit, like sneaky link.
What's sneaky link?
What? You don't know what a sneaky link is?
No.
Wow. Well, a sneaky link is just a side or a side that is, I guess, your sneaky link, someone you link with sneakily. There's a song called Sneaky Link. That's what made me think of that. I was like, bro, like they make music telling you how you should be going about relationships, and that's so crazy to me because if you think about it, like I don't know if you ever heard little kids rapping songs they shouldn't be rapping.
No, I don't hear. I'm not even kids.
Oh my god! Like my younger cousins or like even here, like when you listen to kids say some shit, you're like,
oh yeah.
You're just like, oh my god.
There was kids earlier saying show a dick pic.
Yeah, they were like on Omegle or something, and they were talking about guns and shit like that, and I was like, this is.
And they're like 8 years old, probably.
This is intense. I'm like, this is.
Talking
I can't
about
bring
this. That's crazy. Show me your dick, bro. I'm like, what? You're 8. When I was 8, I didn't even know I had it.
I didn't know what a dick was.
Right? Yes, right? Right?
Bro.
I call it peach peach.
Did you really?
Peach man, yeah.
You're so funny.
Peach man for mine. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't saying the hard D word.
Yeah. But I mean, I didn't even know the hard D word, bro. But yeah, that's dating for me.
No, there's more.
There's
more. So like, because you said you didn't want to date.
No.
Why? Why else did you not want to date?
I'm scared out here. It's scary out here. It's really hard to discern who's looking for an actual relationship or a sneaky link. I should make you listen to the song. The song, it's a TikTok song. Like, it's one of those songs. And I hate what they say in the song, but it sounds
Oh, it's catchy.
Yeah. Like, I like a couple of the verses.
Kind of like, wow, what? That song says some crazy stuff.
Yes.
But the beat hits hard.
It does.
Oh, man. Like, the rhythm, the cadence is so addicting. That's a good song. That was a good song.
I don't particularly like the words to that song either.
Yeah. It's just the beat and the cadence of the rapping, and it's just hard. Is that how it goes?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We can listen to it later. But yeah, no, it's really hard to discern who actually wants to be in a relationship or if they just want a sneaky link. You don't know who is already in a relationship until you have pulling up on you. Like, oh, I'm coming to you as a woman, or, throwing hands already, and you don't know what the fuck is going on. What else? A lot of these people don't want to work on themselves. Like, as soon as you say some shit, they're like, oh, she's on some deep shit, and she's done.
Yeah.
They're done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what you want me to say.
That's true.
A lot of people want to stay surface level, too, which is really irritating to me, because I like to ask questions that might come off as prying, but you have the option to answer the question or not. But for some people, I guess it triggers them. They're like, whoa, like, I don't want to talk about that. I'm like, okay. Especially if it's something like, what's the question that I usually ask? Like, I just be like, Like, if I'm like, what is your, relationship with your parents or something like that? They're just like, it's whatever. Like, they do this, they do that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's how you know they are clearly not aware of, their dynamics with their parents or, even family function and shit like that. And, obviously that's just going to just reflect on you. I'm just a psychology person, so that's the kind of question I need to ask, because I don't want you to reflect shit on me. I don't want you to project shit on me. I need you to be aware of your shit. If I'm like I told my friend once, he was talking about some shit, and I was like, oh, you have anxiety. He's like, what the fuck is that? I was like, I don't. It's like, I don't have anxiety. I don't get anxiety. He's like, I don't feel anything.
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
oh my gosh. Them
red flag.
Them niggas.
Red flag has never been redder. It has never been redder. Yeah, shit like that. Like, if they're not, if you mention some shit is that even an emotion? I guess it's an emotion. If you're anxious, it's an emotion. Just what makes you anxious?
I mean,
I don't get it.
It's an emotion / reaction kind of thing, kind of like pain. I wouldn't call pain an emotion.
Okay.
But pain can be an emotional thing, but also like a reaction to something. Yeah.
They say they don't cry. Flags. Like, there's just too many red flags out here. So I just mind my business. I am one of those people who are telepathically talking to my soulmate, and if he happens to come to the door when I'm at my house, where I usually am, that also.
You said telepathically?
Yes.
Talking to your soulmate? What does that mean?
Exactly what it says. I don't know. What part don't you understand?
You talk to him right now?
No, I'm talking to you.
I'm confused. What? Hold on. Whatever. Okay.
I'm joking.
Okay, you're joking and I get it. I thought you also knew bullshit that I didn't hear about.
No.
I got a boyfriend. Where is he? Somewhere. I hear him though.
I can hear him.
Yeah. Like, what?
You're so funny.
That's crazy. I was worried. I'm like, yo, you smoking again?
You're so funny.
Yeah, but that's funny. Okay, I will vouch for some men that have red flags. They are open to fixing the red flags, but there's my issue with girls.
Every
No. There are some guys that have red flags. If you point it out, they might work on it themselves without you pushing.
Okay.
The issue with some girls, they see red flags, they ignore it, or they push it.
Define push it. Maybe I need to
like, let's say, I'm going to go through 2 examples just so I don't get canceled. One could be something involving looks, like how they dress. Maybe a guy dressed crusty, great personality, cool guy, but he don't dress.
Is that a red flag?
Some girls call it red flag.
I don't think it's a red flag. We can work on that together.
No, some girls say red flag because it means he doesn't care.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, he doesn't care how he looks. He doesn't care how he's seen, how he presents himself. Imagine your dad meets that guy. How would you think of him? That kind of thing.
I feel like it's a very Haitian Caribbean thing.
Right? Like he would even pass the mom test looking crusty walking in. You know, and be like, he didn't even try to dress up for me. You know, like old traditions kick in with parents. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So let's say you try to tell him, oh, just like this before we meet our parents. Mm-hmm. You tell him, he doesn't do it. Mm-hmm. And then you sit down and talk to him for like 3 hours on why he should dress this way, why there's benefits of it. That's when it's pushing. You already see he's not that way. You can mention one time, hey, sweetie, you should try dressing like this. And you see him resisting, leave it alone. And then later on ask him, oh yeah, why do you not like to dress? If you're not dating, this is if you're dating. Why do you not like to dress, a little nicer? He tells you why, and you can talk about it. Versus girls just pressing, hey, if you want to be with me, you start dressing nicer. Or my dad, or you pressure them. Or like my dad doesn't like the way you dress, so he's eating and there's pressure on him now. He wants to keep you, and now he's still pressured. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. That's one. Another example could be what's another example of someone give me a red flag.
They don't cry.
Oh, I mean that could be a culture thing. You know what I mean? That could be a cultural thing. Like I can tell
they don't want to talk about emotions at all.
But the criers?
Well, no, if you're saying that's a cultural thing, you already answered that question. But now I'm saying men who are like, well, I'm not emotional.
Oh, another red flag? Oh, men that say they're not emotional. That's just social influence. Remember, I grew up taught that showing emotion means weakness, right? I understand. So when I say that, I think I'm getting by saying that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like the way guys think they get girls and how they get girls in real life, 2 different things. Sometimes they cross paths, kind of like this, because it's like random what would work if you see in a movie. It's very random. Wait, what? Like I'm saying the things that people, what men are taught on how to get girls. Okay. Like there's a way that we're taught by either friends or movies or whatever it is on how to get, or parents teach you how to get girls. And the way you actually get girls, depending on what time, a million different factors. Sometimes they cross, sometimes they're very far away. You know, one of those things is guys like to say, I'm emotionless, because it comes off as cool, elusive, all this other you hear niggas say be like to get girls, make you attractive, whatever. Yeah, it's one of those things. Maybe the guy's just trying to be more attractive by saying that. Right. I've been there, done that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have no emotions. At the moment, it's either I was depressed or I was trying to get a bitch. Essentially, so that's what I'm saying. Like the guys that say that, I wouldn't call it. Is it a red flag? Yeah, but sometimes they're just trying to be cool and impress you. That means they actually really like you, and when you actually get to know them, then you'll find out, oh, he just said that to say that. He got hella emotions, and then you'll be like, okay, whatever. Like I said, a lot of red flags you'll pick up might just be the guy trying to be cool because he's taught this is how you get girls. But no guy is taught, hey, yeah, I cry sometimes. No, we're never taught this to tell a girl that. Like, hey, yeah, I cry sometimes on the weekends. A girl be like, you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we think a girl gonna think about it. You know what I mean? Like, we're taught that.
Please stop that.
You know what I mean?
Please stop.
Yeah, imagine a guy telling a girl, let me think.
And these are the same bitches that get upset.
Oh, I love watching Disney. No, it's tough to say you like Disney to get a bitch.
Wait, but do you like Disney?
I'm not trying to get canceled.
You don't like Disney?
Okay, it's complicated. It's complicated.
Complicated. Personal complicated?
I just hate the songs.
Wow.
The only movie that had bangers, right? And people are gonna be like, oh my god, Yellow Fever, is Mulan. It has some bangers. It does.
Like as of late,
man, that song, I don't care what y'all say, that song is a mixtape.
I know.
That's a good song.
I agree.
And I can relate. You know what I'm saying? Be a man, you know what I mean? That song already brainwashed me too. So that song brainwashed me.
That is true.
Run 1,000 miles, and then Sign of the Moon, all that shit. I took that song to heart. I gotta run 16 miles now, because I'm a man.
Did you run 16 miles?
Yes, I did. I'm dead ass, bro. That's how influential movies are on kids. That's how I learned masculinity and shit.
That is is true.
You see what I'm saying? That movie
that
movie straight talks about masculinity. Straight. It teaches you the whole time.
Yeah.
The tough guy shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they had a girl being tough. And it was acceptable being tough, and that's how men supposed to be like. And then, you know, but then they did break it a little bit in the movie when the guys were in makeup. I think it's the second movie.
True.
The second movie they fixed that toxic masculinity shit. We had the guys wearing makeup and shit. Or was it the first movie?
They did it in the first one as well.
Yeah, that's when they fixed it real quick. Cause it was getting kind of toxic, and then they were femme. I'm like, oh, they fixed it. Good job, Disney. That was a great movie. That movie was great.
No, I agree. Like literally, as of late, that song's been stuck in my head. I don't know why.
Right? It's a good song.
Like, it comes up.
But then you hear like Beauty and the Beast. I don't relate to that movie.
True, I guess.
You know what I mean? The only part I was imagining was her clapping the cheeks with a furry. That's what I was thinking about as a kid. I'm like, she about to eat this girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I watched that movie, I'm like, this don't make no sense. If I saw a werewolf, I'm running. I ain't giving no chance. I fall in love with him. I got bestiality problems. You know what I'm saying? If I fall in love with a furry ass woman with wolf teeth, I have a bestiality problem. That's why I saw the movie. Disney got something. Disney. They got teacups talking to me. Nigga, you high. You're high as hell. You high, nigga. You got teacups talking to you.
You're so funny.
The songs were so boring.
I don't remember the song.
Yeah, it went about washing dishes.
This is probably.
It's a washing dish song. Yeah, I'm gonna get hyped up for that. No. Mulan was one of the bangers. That's why I like it so much. Not because it was Asians in it, because the track was good. It was a good track, bro. She was hilarious too. It was funny, bro. The dragon, oh my god, it had me rolling.
What was it, Chris Rock, right? Yeah, it was fucking funny.
Mushu, oh my god, Mushu had me rolling, bro. But the other movies are just like so annoying.
Have you watched Sing?
I know, cause I know I'm not gonna like it. Yeah, I don't like the singing shit.
Songs.
I don't give a damn. I don't like the singing, bro.
Yo, this is the shit.
I don't like the singing. It's the singing that bothers me. I think one Disney movie had a rap and I was going crazy.
Which one was this?
Was it?
Wait, it was...
The one started rapping and I was like, this is fire. Was it the cat movie? The Pussycats? Alley Cats, Stray Cats?
Oh, it's possible. I don't remember that one. I remember that one was racist. If we were talking about the same one that I'm talking about, that one was racist. It was actually canceled as well because there were Asian cats in it and they had very stereotypical like Asian qualities, like the eyes, and they had chopsticks.
They canceled that movie?
If we're talking about the same thing.
Alley Cat, yeah. A lot of red flags niggas are saying is because of what they're taught to get girls.
Okay. Like
what I was taught how to get a girl is be cool, be aloof, be sexy, you know, have your chest out the whole time, you know, talk impressive, you know, compliment her, all that stuff. And now that's not how you get girls. All that is wrong, bro.
Oh, how do you get girls now? What's the right way?
Different podcast.
You're so funny.
Okay, it's gonna be a whole 2-hour conversation on how to get girls.
Give us a
Okay, I'll give you one example, and I'll give you a taste, and we'll talk about it in a different podcast. So one example of how to get a girl that was taught wrong was the whole, like saying they don't watch Disney or like that because Disney's it's considered gay or whatever. You know what I mean? Or not masculine. If you tell a you want to watch a Disney movie, and you learn what she likes, and you fuck around, you be like imagine you're on a date, you're just like, yeah, baby, what you like? Damn, what movie you like? Like that movie? Wanna watch it? She be like, wanna watch it? Like, yeah, I love fucking Frozen. That's my shit.
So funny.
You know what I mean? They'll catch you off guard. One, you be shocked. You remember that.
Right.
And two, she actually will be more likely to watch a movie with you because now she thinks you're this softer person that she didn't realize you were. Right. And then three,
what if this is a trap for Netflix and chill?
Hey, you asked me a question. They ask me questions on questions.
That's the first thing that comes to mind. As soon as you're like, oh, let's watch it, I'm like, this is on some shit. Like,
listen, that's how you get a girl, though. You have a higher chance of getting a girl saying you watch a Disney movie with them versus saying you don't watch Disney movies or whatever. You like watching Fast and Furious, shit like that. That's what you get a higher chance of in Disney movies, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, or just overall, imagine, but there's some girls that are like gay. Yeah, it depends on the girl. It really depends on the girl. Yeah, it depends on the girl, but that's one way you can get a certain type of female, right? I'm not doing some females do like when let's watch a Disney movie together, bro, and they love that, right? So stuff like that, or like another. I'll give 2 examples. When a nigga is being giving compliments, that culture is dead.
Really?
Yes, because girls either expect it or they're tired of it, one or the other. And actually, it's such an overused tactic. Calling a girl beautiful isn't the same way anymore. Like, cause every guy, if that girl is pretty, everyone's calling her pretty. Everyone, we all learned the same. Everyone's calling the same girl pretty, right? They're expecting it. Now it means nothing to them anymore. Now, if you go to a girl, oh my God, you're the most beautiful thing in the whole world. Oh my God, your eyes are like this amber. No, that don't work no more. It works on older. I'll say it works on older girls, but younger girls, I'll say nah, it doesn't work on younger girls anymore. Cause it's just
you got the likes. They have their dopamine hit.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. Like, no, we have social media. They've been told that in 15 DMs already. What now what you gotta say? You know what I mean? And the nigga that actually has a higher chance with that girl is the guy not complimenting her. Right?
Wow, take notes, y'all.
Yeah, you know, so the guy not giving her a bunch of compliments actually has a higher chance to get the girl. And like I said, because he's doing something different that is more memorable, or he's just not obsessed with her, she doesn't look kind of crazy, and then also the girl is digging for it now. She's like, she expects it, you give her what she expects. You know? Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it happens in food. You eat some good food at a certain restaurant, you go there again, it'll hit the same. You'll go until you try to get that same impact the first time you had it. You know what I mean? I've done that before. I go to a restaurant, food was amazing. I'll go again, it wasn't hitting the same. But I'll go again to see if it hits again and again until like, damn, I know it can hit. Damn, you know, until I give up or whatever, because that costs money. But girls will do that. So girls will expect a compliment. You don't give it to them, and you're gonna dig for it. Yeah. So the niggas that aren't giving girls compliments actually have a higher chance of getting a girl. That is that way. Some girls do like compliments. You can figure out which ones like them or not by looking at them.
By looking at them.
Yeah, but the ones that are used to compliments, the ones that get a lot of compliments, this is who it works on. It works on girls that get a lot of compliments. You don't give it to them.
That's a taste from the Patreon. He's gonna have a whole lesson how to get this, and yeah, that's a taste. Just a taste.
That's the thing. The biggest thing on getting the opposite gender is you gotta understand there's different type of people.
You'll tell them that in the Patreon.
Yeah. Okay. Let me stop giving them my secrets, bro. This is for guys and girls. I feel like girls also don't know how to attract the guy they actually like, and it blows my mind. I know there's some ugly girls that could get the man their dreams if they just change a couple things, bro. Cause I have been greatly.
He has some references. I know y'all like he's on some shit. He has references. People he's helped out and all that jazz.
Oh, the nose.
Yeah.
The nose, bro.
Yes, he's smooth as shit. I've witnessed firsthand.
Okay.
For someone else I witnessed this, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm quick on it. I'm quick.
This is coming from me who really like thinks everyone's on some shit. He knows what the fuck he's talking about.
But like I said, I'm not a player though. I'm not a player. I turned in my player card. I am playing. I am serious now.
The jersey has not been retired yet, but
the what?
He's not on the court anymore.
The jersey is not retired. What does that mean?
You're not a player anymore.
Yeah, I'm not a player.
You have not resigned
the jersey
yet.
Like
the player jersey. You still got it.
Makopoy.
It's okay. I can't make jokes with this because he takes everything so damn literal.
Look, honestly, I'm not a player anymore. Now I'm looking for a wholesome girl that I can marry, bro. I'm done dating, bro. I'm done.
He's been through it. I'm
done dating, bro.
Y'all can slide in them DMs.
No DM sliding. No DM sliding.
Find him.
If you DM sliding, you better be wholesome. I'm looking for a wholesome woman. Now I'm done.
Pretend to be wholesome.
That's the problem too.
So would you say men get the same? I guess men are out there playing more than women are, but don't. I guess they're not.
Oh,
I guess they're not.
Equal.
Okay,
equal.
Play.
Men and women play equally, bro.
Would you be able to say the same? I mean, you're not going through this part, like the whole not doing the social media shit because everyone's fake online.
Oh, I mean,
people in person.
I can't. Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah. As a dancer, you can't be not on social media.
True.
And no one know who you is, and you won't get gigs, all that type of stuff. Yeah. I mean, me preferably, if I were to pick a girl now, It's girls that I already know. I told you this. The girl I'm gonna marry is a girl I already met in the past. Yeah, no more new. No.
I guess don't slide in the DM.
But no, I will say if I meet a new girl, the requirements are fucking through the roof, bro. like, because I don't know that. And after you hear people change or you see the real personality, nah, like you need to have. I'm looking for specific qualities of new girls. You can slide my DMs or whatever you want. I know you know right now you ain't getting no dick at me no more. No more.
No more.
Like Drake said, you better pay me, girl, for this. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. Free, no, it ain't free no more. No more free. No. Look for wholesome woman. How much am I charging? Oh man. Shit. This shit about fire, bro. This shit make girls go crazy. But nah.
Packages, premium.
Oh,
standard.
Bro, I only got one package. I can't downgrade my shit. My shit premium. My shit got you. My shit worse than heroin, bro. Like, right. You seen what my not hold on. Wait, no. Hold on. She hasn't.
I haven't seen.
Hold on. No, that bad. I mean, like, you see the effects of what my. You know what? Why are we talking about this? Moving on. The point is, I am celibate. I ain't trying to. Okay, listen. The point is, I ain't trying to be out here on the streets no more. I just want a wholesome woman. I ain't trying to do all that. I just want to talk. I just want to talk to a girl. I just want to talk, get to know her. That's it. I don't need to cut no cheeks. I don't need to, have 18-hour makeup session. I don't need to touch her. All that shit. I mean, okay, touching. Okay, that's different. I gotta touch her a little bit.
So
but yeah, I mean, that's not good. You know what I mean? You know, I'm still human. Yeah, I gotta touch my girl. True. You know, but I ain't trying to smash. You know what I mean? I can get a girl now and last a year without. Okay, I can last a year without doing sexual stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I can. I can get a girl.
Like I didn't know him prior to this year. Like I've only known him for a year. Like
if me and the girl already are sexual, then that's impossible.
But that is crazy.
But if I meet a new girl, we never got sexual, it's very possible I can last a year without getting sexual. Yeah, it's very possible I can make it through a year.
Let us know, men who are watching this and listening to this, if y'all can do that. Could you wait a year?
Yeah, and even if it's more than a year, I gotta ask her why now. And if her reason's good,
if it's up to her, like it wouldn't be your decision.
Yeah, if she wants to get this, yeah, I wouldn't push. Like I don't push to have sex.
Okay, so wait, so it wouldn't be your like when you said you could wait a year.
Yeah,
this is her being like, I want to wait, or
yes, her,
like,
her, yeah, or even me, like I don't want to do it too, at least for a while. Like if we're dating, I don't want to touch her, whatever it is, for at least like a good 6 months.
Okay.
6 months, and then if I make it that far, I really like this girl. You know what I'm saying? I really like this girl. If I make it 6 months without like getting sexual with her, that it's a very good sign. A very, very good sign that I like her for her, not for what she got going on, how good she does this, how good she does that, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and I can focus on her inner beauty, not her outer beauty as much, and stuff like that. So, like I said, like yeah, but I know it's hard now because of other stuff, but it depends on many factors too. It depends on how busy I am, how free I am, if we live close to each other, or far away from each other, if they have roommates, all this kind of stuff, or if their family's strict, like just a lot of different things can affect it. Or are they cool with what I do, stuff like that? Because some girls do not want to date dancer boys anymore, and I get it. But yeah, it's a lot. But dating's hard. Dating's hard, bro. Dating's hard.
I haven't even tried. I know that. I'm like, I don't care that much. I truly don't. Like, I'm just like, oh, this is a lot of effort.
But don't give a hope. Like, there's some good guys that show red flags are actually genuinely good guys. It's not their fault. It's just people put this stuff out here, and they're exorbitant, thinking it's real and it's not. Like, and earlier we were talking about too that toxic masculinity is caused, like it is start because of females, but it's
reinforced.
Yeah, it's reinforced by females, and they want to get rid of it at the same time. Girls still expect guys to be chivalrous in some way, which is like open doors and shit like that, pay for the meal, whatever, yada yada. And then girls still expect the guy to take some hits sometimes, but then they complain about the effects of toxic masculinity. Oh my God, he doesn't care. He says whatever. Like a lot of shit girls complain about because it's caused by toxic masculinity, but they want it to be gone, but they still want the guy to be a man at the same time. It don't make no sense. You can't have both.
I guess it's the whole like messed up definition of what is a man and what
Yeah.
makes you a man.
Yeah, a lot of girls reinforce the toxic masculinity mindset for sure.
It's gross. Guys, girls, please stop doing that.
Girls
You're
reinforce
ruining it for the rest of us.
If girls stop rooting for those traits that are associated with the toxic masculinity, guys would stop.
Traits like what?
Like being tough. Like some girls expect their man to take a lot of hit, take a lot of emotional abuse, take a lot of physical abuse.
Like from them?
From anything. Think about it. Okay. Some girls be like, I don't want my man to, like if they get in a car accident, she don't want her man to start crying. You see what I'm saying?
He broke his leg. What do you want?
Yeah, no, some girls would not find that hot. Some girls would not find that hot, bro. A lot of girls expect the guy to get to a car accident and be very calm and handle the situation carefully, which is I am. Mm-hmm. But some guys are not like that, and then they're forcing themselves to be that way. So they go around, they stay calm and whatever, and then when they explode at home, it's because of that shit, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or they got shut down completely in every emotional aspect, and then you're complaining about, oh, he don't show affection, all this shit. Because he's holding in that one thing, he has to hold in everything else just to hold that one thing. Because emotions, people think emotions are like this like marbles. You can take one out and put it back in and have two at the same time. No, emotions, it's a whole row. You want one emotion, you get like 6 more without realizing it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Girls don't realize this. When the guy's calm and collected, he's restraining all his emotions. Mm-hmm. Girls don't get that. He's like, oh, he's mad, but I expect him to still love me as much as he did 5 minutes ago. No, if I'm mad, my love went backwards.
You're so funny.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I expect the guy to get hurt and be sad and stuff, but still be like excited to go somewhere. Like, no, if I'm sad, I don't want to go somewhere anymore. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah. I think girls are supposed to understand how emotions work, and then when they meet a guy, he's acting a certain cold way, they don't understand why he's acting so cold. Like, oh, be nice to, like, be mean to other girls. Like, some girls say this. Be mean and cold to other girls, but be sweet and loving to me. And I'm like,
I don't think that's how that works.
That's not how that works. Guys can do that, but it's not. That's practice. That's a practicing thing for sure. Because if a guy's cold outside, he's definitely cold inside too, and stuff like that. But then again, there's some guys that are super nice in public, but then mean to their girl behind doors. And like I said, it's the whole toxic masculinity. They have to act a certain way in public, and they get home, they're tired of acting this way, and now they actually relax, and you're just like, ugh. Emotionally relieving themselves, you want attention. Now they're like, fuck, we want attention now. I just already my fake persona out there to fit this image of toxic masculinity, and I gotta deal with this bitch demanding attention. You know what I mean? So it's what I'm saying, like, girls reinforce it though. Girls love when their man out there doing all this commanding, this, and that. When he get home, he's tired. They expect it some more. It's like, no, I'm home now. Yeah. I'm getting tired. I'm going to be charged. I don't want to talk to you. You don't want to talk to me? You were talking to Linda 5 minutes ago. Yeah. And then that's how it starts. You know what I'm saying? They want them to be social. They want them to be dominant. And when they get home and they're tired because they're exerting themselves, maybe they're actually introvert, whatever it is, they need to be charged. Mm-hmm. They get mad and sit saying, I need attention. You never see me. But I hear all this shit out here. And I'm like, yeah, this is who I work with, who I have to see. Not like I just choose Linda. You know what I mean? Linda happens to be in charge of the camera stuff. You know what I mean? Okay. Or whatever it is. But it's stuff like that. It just will reinforce that kind of thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a whole thing with girls reinforcing toxic masculinity.
So then, okay, so I guess this would go to, like, was it gender roles? So do you think, in a way, men also enforce it because then they say, like, women, I'm not going to say all men, a lot of men, or even in society, like, women belong in the kitchen and to do all these, like, very womanly-like things while they go out and dominate the world and shit.
I think a lot of girls support that image too.
To be what?
A housewife.
Oh yeah.
And those are the lazy girls. And then it's think about who are the lazy girls marrying? Rich men. Who controls the world? Rich men. Who controls the movies? Rich men. Who controls social media? Rich guys. So it's like that's why that hasn't died yet. That image of girls being in the kitchen and shit like that, being housewives, hasn't died yet. A lot of girls accept it still because those are the lazy girls, the girls that don't want to work, the girls that kind of enjoy it. Now, there are some girls that aren't lazy that like that lifestyle too for whatever reason, traditionally, culturally, whatever. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people still support it. That's why it's not dying. So it's hard for me to say, am I okay with it, not okay with it, because there's so many different factors. Because I know.
Well, I didn't say okay with it. I said, do you think men also play in the whole adding to the toxic masculinity fire when they allow shit like that?
Yeah, it's both ends.
Yeah.
Both ends feed into it. But I would say definitely girls feel it more. Because if girls started saying they don't like tough guys, period, and they meant it, trust me, there be some soft popping up left and right, bro. Left and right. Like a lot of guys acting tough are just all of us trying to be attractive.
Isn't that exhausting though?
Yeah, it's exhausting trying to be tough, bro. Oh my god, bro.
Like, bro,
It's exhausting trying to be tough and calm and collected all the freaking time. Oh my gosh, so exhausting.
Is this not fun at all?
It's fun for a bit, but it's just too much sometimes, bro. It's too much, especially like when multiple people do. It's so much. So much. No, people like how do I explain it?
Oh.
Like I don't know how to explain it. That it's kind of like just the being in public thing. You're having to have a face on.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I know for a fact. Oh my god, I know for a fact when niggas get scared, we make sure our voice is deeper than normal. Oh shit! In real life, oh my god! Like, bro, I've trained myself to not use my high pitched voice when I'm scared. Trained. Why? Why? Because you like a your squeaky voice. You scared? No, deep voice all the time. Oh shit, that's dumb.
Bitch, will laugh with you. I'll laugh with you.
Right? Like when niggas get scared, they be like, oh, I almost killed it. In reality, you're like, oh my god, I almost ran away. No one's saying that. Right? They're scared I almost killed that thing.
Right.
You know, and they get defensive. They ain't gonna hit it for real. They ain't hitting nothing for real. They want to run away. And they don't talk about masculinity. Niggas be running away so fast, maybe they're gonna be hot. You know what I mean?
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It gets us killed.
So it gets y'all killed.
Out here trying to fight. we can't fight no damn dog. Right? Hey, baby, run. I can't fight no damn dog.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Girl just picking me. No! A gorilla coming for us, I'm leaving. One of us gotta live. Ain't gonna be me.
I think it was Kevin Hart who was talking about. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
A fire burst out. Your wife wants you to carry her on your back.
That's what she expects. She expects you to do the superhero mode and carry that child during a fire. No, I'm leaving you. Take your heels off and run. Your ass gained weight last week eating them donuts. Run. Yeah. Shit. Yeah. Oh, I look like Superman? I'm a midget. Yeah. I look like Superman to you? I'm black. Oh, damn. Oh my god. Yes. Girls expect that shit, bro.
Ew, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, girls expect that shit. Not every girl does, but a good chunk do in this. Or guys think girls expect that. There you go. Guys think girls expect that, so they have to act that way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Customer service. How do you feel about customer service?
Working in it or like
working in it?
I've never worked a customer service job.
Oh, you were lucky.
I've never worked a customer service job. The closest to customer service I've worked is like when I've done commissions and I've dealt like with clients.
This customer service.
I hate it. That's why I don't do commissions anymore, and I make money other ways. I just people suck. But you do run into some great, amazing, wonderful souls out there. But you guys do not outweigh the people.
So give me an example of what you went through as through an art commission.
Bruh. So first of all, like I guess in general, a lot of people just don't know how to talk to you. When you message me a certain way, like I immediately, I already hate you, especially when they're like, can you paint this? No hello, no hi, no how you doing? Hey, I saw you work, and I was wondering, would you be able to, can you paint this?
Okay, I would definitely say I did that before. Just to an art person, for sure.
We hate you.
Oh, wow.
We certainly hate people like you, for sure. Just out of nowhere, what do you charge? No,
yeah.
No, for what?
Oh, I've done that
no,
before.
Hello. We hate people like you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm very direct. You know why I do that? Because I'm scared that y'all think I'm hitting on you guys.
See, here's the thing. be direct but nicely. Hi, I was going through your work and I really liked your style. Are you available for print or for commissions? Would you be able to paint this for me? Could, just however, I feel like however you would speak to a professional, you speak to us as such. Because
I think because of Instagram culture, a lot of girls feel like niggas are trying to get in their pants through that. So that's why I just be direct to make sure I ain't trying to flirt. Cause I know for a fact with my skin color, people be like, "Oh, this is trying to hit for sure." He didn't want no damn art, But I could be wrong, maybe that's my experience. But that's why I do it. I just make sure the girl don't know I'm flirting. But I guess
I don't respond to messages like this.
I guess I can say it a certain way, make it very clear. I guess.
Yeah, how much? Just out of nowhere. No, hey, no, how are you doing?
Damn.
No, I like your work. Just how much do you charge?
I've done that.
Can you paint this? Like it's one thing to do those things. I'm like, okay, fine, but there's no specificity. This is really like
Specificity.
When do you need it done? What is it that you need painted? Why? When do you need it sent to you? Am I shipping it to you? Where are you located? Do you want it in acrylic and oil? Like it's a lot of like because this is because you're like, oh, how much do you charge? I don't know how much I'm charging you. First of all, like I'm guilty of this. As soon as you come up to me like that, I'm already like, all right, like starting at $100. Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. Nah, like I started charging people for the way they talk to me. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get money out of you, cause that.
Cool point.
Anyway, yeah, like how much do you charge for what?
Now if I get art commission, if I do an art commission, like ask me for it, I'm gonna be the sweetest thing on earth.
Nah, we love people who like talk to us like humans, not machines. I get real passionate about this shit. When people are like, oh, can you paint this? Okay, sure. Like if I respond for when do you need it done? Tomorrow.
Okay. I've done that before too. Okay, listen. Okay, we hate people like that. Listen, but okay, let me be the devil's advocate. I've done that because the person that was originally I asked bailed on me last minute, and I need it still. That's probably when I have to do that.
So you asked a different artist, and they bailed on you, and you hit up a different artist.
Yeah, let's say I asked the artist that in a reasonable amount of time, and then they bailed on me last minute, so I need another artist. But I'm thinking more of video editing. Cause I've done it before, video editors. I consider them artists.
I don't know how straining that is to you guys.
It is. No, it's straining. It takes hours because I send like 30 clips, and I'm like, oh, chop this up into 1 3-minute video, add effects, edit, coloring, lighting. That takes time. So I've asked for that, and I had to pay someone extra money too because I felt so bad that 18 hours I had to finish it.
See, that's the thing too. So like, let's say you're doing some last minute shit like that. If you explain, we're a lot nicer. We're more open to you.
I mean, I told her what happened, kind of.
See, okay.
And I said, I'm gonna give you extra because I really appreciate you doing me a massive favor.
See, there you go. See, you're shit, but not really.
Oh, okay.
So,
I feel better with that.
Because some people will be like, oh, I need it tomorrow. And then at some point, because this was mainly when I was doing grad caps, and if they gave me like a design that was really easy, like with like text or like, just something small, I'm like, all right, I'll take it. But like, I need to like charge double for express shipping, for all of that. As soon as you tell them like you're charging extra, they're flying off. They're like, oh, this was this amount, and it jumps to this amount, and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, I'm making this with my hands.
Yeah,
like it's not like I'm not typing on a machine and printing it out. I'm doing it by my hand first. I don't have a car, so this was back when I lived close to the post office. Walking to the post office, or I'm waiting, or I'm bothering my roommate. That's gas to bother her or borrow her car to go ship your whatever, right? And all that, it's just a lot, and people don't understand that I am a single person doing all of this shit, and you want to get upset when I'm like, run that coin. But yes, at some point I just like stopped listening to people, or like they would message me a certain way, and I'd be like, I already know you're gonna be a problem. Like, I already know I'm gonna have a hard time listening to you.
Damn.
I know I'm not gonna have to.
Dang, I feel bad now that people have said that too. As a person that asks for art commissions,
that we don't like people like
hey, now I know I gotta do it.
But maybe that's just me. Maybe some people are like, okay, great, you're straight to the point. Yeah, this is blah 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 blah. And I would say that bothers me because all of my information is on my website. That tells me you didn't read my bio because my bio says go to my website to look for all the information.
Nobody
and
does
it is
that.
This is where you're f***ing up. This is very reader friendly because the first thing that comes up is pricing. Just go to pricing. You see what it is. Because one thing that I really hate is when they message you and they're like, oh hey, this is what I want, blah blah blah, whatever. And then you ask for like more details because it helps you price the thing. And they're like, okay, yeah, I want all of this extra shit. And then you give them the price and then they ghost you. Like they don't even say anything after that. I appreciate the people who are like, oh, this is out of my budget, sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd be like that. I'm like, oh, I can't afford that, sorry.
Ghosters are annoying, yeah.
Annoying as fuck because I spent my time answering your message. Yeah, we hate people like you. Tell us about your customer service.
This is why I hate people. I worked at least like 10 customer service jobs.
I hated people before I started doing this shit. And I was like, maybe it's better since it's online and I'm just through messaging. No, that just makes me hate people even more. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Customer service jobs, the reason why they pay so cheap is because they have high turnover and stuff like that. High turnover is when a lot of people quit and get hired. Yeah, a lot of people quit at once and a lot of people get hired at once. There's never really anyone there for a long time, and people that are there for a long time, you become managers or whatever it is, and stuff like that. They make it through all the bull crap. If y'all want stores to not close down, start being understanding and just understand. People don't understand. People really think shit is magical. That's my issue. And it's a specific race of people that I'm not gonna mention, but they know who they are because they have a whole category for themselves. Like, Karens. Yeah, Karens that don't understand what it's like to be doing customer service because they're rich, they're privileged, never been in a position. And it can be never rich. It can be anyone that's rich, never had to work customer service before. Anyone like that do this kind of stuff as well, where they just are super not understanding. They just expect you to come out magically. They expect you to make 16 orders in 30 minutes and not understand that we have other customers. You're not the only one. But I paid this X amount, so did they. People expect because I paid $100, I'm more valuable than the person that paid $8. It's like, no, if we did that, we're a fucked up society, and you're pressing for that. Just because you pay $100 doesn't mean you get special privilege now. You know what I mean? Someone that came here at this time, waiting in line, pay $8, is just as valuable as someone that walks in last minute, pays $100 and gets 18 bowls. That's what customer service is supposed to be like. But other people don't get that kind of shit. And there's people that don't understand the length you have to go to do something extra out of your way. I want extra this, and that. People just don't understand. They think it's so easy and simple, not a big deal. But I'm like,
food service?
Yes, food service especially, bro. And when you tell them you don't have something, they don't believe you.
Let me go see for myself. Call the manager. I want to see.
Yeah, like y'all don't got sour cream? You're lying. No, we don't have sour cream. Why?
Why would we lie about that?
No, and then these asking questions. Why? We just ran out. There's a shortage. What? No, you're lying. You're just gonna give it to me. Bye. And then they give you attitude. And people too. If you don't want attitude, why do you think we want attitude? You know what I mean? When you mess up something, do you want to get cussed out? No, you want people to forgive you immediately. You want that too. Yeah, I messed up your order. Don't cuss me out. Nigga, you like my 18th, you my 100th customer of today. I'm tired. I've been here for 8 hours. I'm dehydrated because I ain't had a break. I've been doing it nonstop. Expect mistakes. People literally think you're freaking machines, bro. And I get mad at that. Like, when you work at these jobs, they expect you to be a freaking machine.
I always commend people who, like, especially you've worked like several different customer service jobs.
Yeah.
I commend people like you. Like, that's.
No, but I don't stay long. I never stayed. The only customer service job I stayed very long was floor and decor.
It doesn't even have to be long, bro.
Yeah, floor and decor.
That you kept going to different ones. It only takes one time.
Yeah.
Only one time.
Some people are ridiculous, bro.
I'm like, oh, word? That's crazy. That.
The worst one was like, who was the worst customer service I worked for? I don't remember who it was. Oh my God, Duncan was the worst. Crackheads, bro. Coffee makes people crackheads. Yeah, coffee makes them crackheads, bro.
I thought those were the most chill people too.
I
thought so because every time I go in there, it's just a bunch of people just chilling. Like
no,
everyone,
drive-through.
even the people.
Drive-through.
Okay. I was like, even the people on the back be like, so I'm a little stressed.
No, it's drive-through. They're different breed. Different breed.
Why? In what way? Like,
they expect their things to be the same way every single time. But when y'all give attitude and shit,
it tastes like 2 tablespoons of sugar I asked before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
They'll taste it. Someone taste it,
like
and be like, This ain't right. Make it again.
That's funny. I thought that was more of a the other coffee Starbucks type of
No.
deal.
I mean, I never worked there, but Dunkin's even like that. People don't, and it's the thing, if you don't have what they want, they give you mad attitude. You're like, you're lying.
You're lying.
Yeah, you're lying to us. You definitely have. You should have given it to me. You being lazy. And then they'll call the fucking manager and tell them we didn't give them what they wanted. They were being stupid and shit. Yeah, people do that at Dunkin', bro.
People are annoying, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy. Like, people are ridiculous. The people, oh my God. The number one thing we often agree about, the people that come right before you close. I hate them people. I purposely don't go to stores they're about to close unless I really, really need it, and I make sure I'm not a bother. Make sure I'm in and out. Yeah, I don't extend my time. If they close at 11, I'm not gonna leave the door at 11:50. People do it. People be like, oh, I hate when they do that attitude thing. People be like, oh, y'all closing? Well, I'm giving y'all my money, so y'all been let me stay here as long as I want. I'm like, bro, we have lives outside of this. I have a soccer game after this. I got to pick up my kids from work. Now you're being selfish. We close at 11, but you want to go around and go like spend as much time as you want. Take your time because you're giving us money. No, your life is not more important than my life. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, and this lady said to me one time, she got mad when we said she has to leave the store we're closing, and she got upset saying, "I'm gonna leave when I want. I'm paying money, so you better treat me right." I'm like, bro, and she made it a black thing. I'm like, it's not a black thing.
What the hell?
They thought they were being racist there. I'm like, no, we got to do after work.
You guys black?
Some of us were.
Oh, okay.
I think it was only black guy that day.
Okay. Like,
yeah, they don't get it. If I expect to be off a clock by 8, you come here around and pick up my kids after work. I'm my kids are late from work, or I gotta go to a soccer practice. You know what I mean? What if I'm the leader of whatever it is? I gotta go do this. And the third, and they don't understand that. They're just like, oh, your time is my time because you're here. So fuck everything you gotta do after work. I hate stuff people. Or people that come last minute and order everything. And it's like,
order everything.
We clean up towards closing, so when you come order a bunch of shit, make it dirty again. Now we're here for an extra hour cleaning shit. And and then we're getting paid minimum wage. And people are aware of this and still fuck around and fuck us over. Mm-hmm. Do you really need the coffee that bad? No, you don't. You freaking addict. No, you don't need it that bad. Go to the gas station and get coffee. If you really need it that bad, don't ruin someone else's night just because you're just being selfish. People don't understand that too.
People don't care.
They're like,
I don't even think it's not understanding.
Oh, if you don't like it, then quit.
They just don't care.
If I'm quitting, so that's why it's such high turnover, and they're confused why the drink isn't the same. Because Bobby left last week. Why? Shitty customers. Mm-hmm. They don't want to work fast food jobs, bro. And people are so confused about it. I'm like, y'all make it so hard for them. And when they tip nice, then I accept it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, when they tip nice?
When they tip nice, I accept their bullshit. Because they know they're being difficult, and they tip nice, I like that. They're aware they give me extra stress and making it worth staying there longer. You see what I'm saying? But people that expect 16 different things, paying the normal price, get out my fucking face. It's not what I am hired to do one thing when you want 16 other things and you're holding up my line and you're not tipping. Someone's late for work because of you. Being ridiculous. You know what I mean? They just don't get it, bro. They just don't get it. Oh my God. Customer service, I feel so angry. People are just so dumb and selfish. I think it's a selfish thing. I mean, customer service is selfish and people are rude. When if they're reversed, they wouldn't want that happening to them. Or they're not understanding of mistakes or situations. You know, people just don't understand, bro. They don't understand.
Yes.
They just don't
People
get
are
it, bro.
on some shit.
Yeah, man.
Cocaine and heroin. You're just like,
People just don't.
who the fuck are you?
That's what I'm saying. And privileged people. I ain't talking about white people. When I say privilege, I mean anyone that's like rich, never worked like a fast food job, just a rich job, they just don't know. They'll never know, so they just they're getting trained to just expect things. So when it's not reached. Yeah, bro. I'm remembering all the shit.
It's like re-depressing him.
Yeah, I'm remembering all the shit that people did. I'm just like, y'all are horrible people.
I'm glad you got up.
Y'all don't care about me at all.
No,
they don't. Yeah, they don't care, bro.
And
like,
they don't know you personally. You know what I'm saying? I guess in that sense, like you shouldn't take it personal because it's not. I mean, I know it's easier said than done. Like, yeah. I could never. I could never. Like I understand there's money in it. Oh my God. You get your money, you do what you gotta do to make your money and make ends meet and all that jazz. But
It's hard. It's hard. It's not easy.
Like my first and only, or I guess a job and a half. Like I worked at a taekwondo studio and helped like play with little kids and stuff like that to keep them distracted and cleaned up a little bit. That wasn't really customer service. And my second job was working on campus at a college in the admissions office, and I wasn't dealing with like outside people. It was always just like,
oh my god,
it was mail and maybe phone call, bro.
Blessed
Phone call, and then I was forced to do full time art because of COVID. But I never looked for like other jobs because I was like, the only other job I can do is something like that in the background. Like I'm just on computers and shit, just data entry, that sort of shit. Phones, customer service, all that jazz, I know it's not for me. Everyone around me knows it's not for me because I can't control my face. Like as soon as you say some shit, I'm like,
oh, that's the biggest one too. But when they see you angry, they get angry.
It's not even angry. It's more like, are you stupid? Are you funny? Like, I know I'm gonna look at him a certain way.
Bro, I have a face that's like, you're stupid, but I'll let you know. It'd be like, oh, I thought it was $10.99. Nah, it's
no, it says $20.
It says it on there. Oh, right here, yeah. It's crazy. I would miss it too. If I was blind as F, you know, that's what I want to tell them, you know what I mean? Like, you act like you start blaming yourself for their mistake. Oh, that's another one. When people come with coupons, I hate coupon people.
Oh, why?
They're the worst.
Why?
When your coupon don't work anymore, they try to shove it down your throat still. People will come with coupons, a bunch of coupons, hold up the line, a coupon don't work, and they look for another coupon.
Oh.
And then they keep looking for a coupon that works.
Yes.
And then the coupon, they try to stretch it as much as possible. All right, I'm going to get a thing. The coupon doesn't include that. Why? It's a sandwich. It's a buy one, get one free sandwich.
It's
Ma'am.
Like chicken, not grilled chicken.
Ma'am, they said chicken, not steak.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't make it for me, please. Like, ma'am, I'm going to get fired. I told your manager for you get fired.
That sounds ghetto as fuck. I'm assuming it was a black telling you some shit like that. Really?
Yes.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's both racial. Usually it's a Mont Blanc or Noir doing that coupon shit. Mostly it's Mont Blanc doing coupon shit like that. Yeah, it'd be annoying and they be trying to stretch it. Like, no, the coupon says this, you can't get that. It's they try to finesse it. I'm like, no, I can't apply it anywhere. I'm gonna get in trouble. You know what I mean? Damn. And then when it doesn't work, they upset. Y'all have any discount or deals? No, I don't make the rules, lady. My manager makes the rules. You asking me like I made the rule. I could finesse, but I'm gonna get in trouble and lose my job. You're not worth me losing my job. I'm sorry. Go to the gas station and get coffee somewhere else.
Yes.
People be
Seems like you had a great time at Dunkin'.
I did though. It was a fun job. It really was fun. It was fun.
It was fun.
But it wasn't more fun than Fun Decor was more fun.
Okay. Can you think of the worst customer you've had? Or worst customer interaction you've had? Like you probably hate them to this day.
It's hard. I'm very forgiving. I'm very forgiving. So I forgive everyone. I forgive everybody. You can cut off my arm, I will forgive you.
Really?
Yeah, I'm that kind of person.
That is crazy.
So because I have the ability to forgive a person that cuts off my arm.
That is, I wish I had that.
No, it's very not common ability. I know that. I know I'm over forgiving. I forgive too much stuff. But it's all because of Jesus and stuff like that. Jesus forgives us for everything we do, so I'm trying to do the same.
I'm not saying to retaliate or anything, but
yeah. I mean, my reason for being forgiving is just also I'm already forgiving as it is without being involved with Jesus.
Yes.
But you know,
you are. Yes.
Yeah. Before I was.
Before he was holy. This isn't just me being like Jesus. I'm not. No. This was before this. I was like, no.
Yeah.
This guy
I'm very forgiving. Yes. The worst customer, I don't know. I would say it's just like people that just don't understand you need to leave and they're making your life tough and they're aware of it and they don't care. Their excuse is they're paying you money. So they expect 15 different things for this little amount of money. And I understand people are broke and stuff like that. People are poor, so that's why they're there. They can't afford like bougie stuff or whatever it is, bougie food. I get it. But you gotta understand, if you're asking for 16 things, You're gonna make all of us quit, and now you're not gonna get no cheap. The only place that'll stay open is the one getting big bucks because you're paying them to get yelled at by you. This isn't money to get yelled at for. You're stressing me out, and now I don't want to come to work anymore. And when they're short, we close early. They're upset. Yes, gas stations. If I went to the gas station, people would be confused why gas stations would be shutting down because during COVID, a whole shortage of people at gas stations started happening, like working there. And gas stations have policies that one person at night can't work a store. So if someone calls out or quits,
so
and one person
can or
cannot run a store. They have to close the store. Even if it's open hours, they close the store.
Okay.
So people started quitting left and right because of the bad customer service and all the other bullshit. So a lot of gas stations started closing at night. Like pre-closed early until someone else comes in. And why are they quitting left and right? Because of people being assholes and crazies. You know, like, and people don't get that. Like, oh, I want to go, let me bang on the window. Let me in the gas station. Like, we can't. Because your crazy ass made them quit in the first place. Because you're ridiculous. You know what I mean? People are ridiculous. People quit last minute. They don't come in or whatever. They had to shut down and close. And now you can't get the service you want. Because you were being a dick in the first place. So y'all want this service, y'all like it? Treat the people nice. Don't make them want to quit. People don't get that.
The machines too.
Like, they want to write Starbucks that people that they have new faces every 5 minutes. Because y'all be torturing people. And then you wonder your coffee don't taste the same. Because Betty that did it so well, quit. Stuff like that. So people just don't get customer service. Customer service is just, it's
not for the weak-hearted.
Yeah, you really gotta enjoy people. You gotta be a people's person. I'm not a people's person. Yeah, very compassionate, very understanding. They enjoy this because they enjoy the feelings that come in. Like, they get into it. They're like, oh shit, you're upset. I'll fix it. Like, you're upset. I don't care. Suck it up. Like, that's how I want to tell them. Like, you know what I mean?
That shit ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah. You know what I mean? The milk's bad? Too bad. You want your money back? Here. We don't have no more milk. My manager, Roger, he want fresh milk. He don't understand that, apparently. That's what people that's what, like, you know what I mean? Like, some people they're into it. They like that's their problem solving. Like, I like data science problems. I like coding problems. I like fitness problems. I like people problems. I cannot deal with emotional problems. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Someone can be crying. If the wrong person's crying, they'll really see how much F's I don't give.
I was about to ask you if I burst out crying.
Oh, I would care. But some people that I'm acting towards or whatever it is, I'm never acting. There's certain people that start crying, and I'm like, no. No, nigga.
Would you just leave?
I'm not. Yes. I'm not dealing with this right now. I'm doing something. Like, I'm busy. Like if I'm doing something, a task that I started, I didn't finish it yet. You start crying in the middle of it. I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing and give you compassion. No, I'm gonna finish what I'm doing and then deal with you. Hopefully you cry whatever it is you cried out. You know what I mean? But I don't care.
Hey guys, Future AP here. So sorry for the abrupt end to the episode. I actually have no idea what happened, but we were pretty much done with the conversation. So thanks for stopping by and listening, giving us some of your time. Always appreciate it. Yeah, so just check out the links in the show notes and in the description of the YouTube channel. You could check out all our social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of which for our personal and for the podcast at Sober Trainwreck Podcast. And Shot's YouTube channels, you could check out his story times and his dance channel. And yeah, thanks so much.